Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Tengoku Struggle, continuing Jack's route, well, Tetsuno Jack's route. Anyway, I'm panting like a mad woman because I just dragged a treadmill in the house. I ordered a little walking pad thing, because, when the channel was getting taken down, I was like, I've been wanting to get one for a while. This way I could just kind of, leisurely walk when I'm on calls or whatever. But I just never did. And, when all that shit was happening, I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna buy myself a treadmill because I have nothing better to do but, walk and sadly play the games by myself, even though the idea of, playing Otome games on my own just made me really depressed and sad. And I was like, who knows if I'll ever finish any of the games we're playing? Or start new ones, or the fact that I just bought a couple new ones and I was like, well, that's depressing. I wish I had, you know what I mean? Everything was horrible. But it got me off my ass to buy the little tiny walking pad thing that I've been wanting to get for a long fucking time. I've wanted a treadmill, a real one, for a while, and I was like, I can put it in my garage. My garage gets so motherfucking hot, and I'm like, I don't, if it's hot and I can't walk outside in the real world, I'm not going to go in my sweaty-ass garage and do it. So I'm like, but I also don't have room for a giant treadmill, so I just got one of those little mini walking pad things, and I was like, I just leisurely walk while I'm doing it. I'm watching TV, and instead of just sitting there, I'll just leisurely walk. You know what I mean? I'm like, it wasn't expensive or anything, but it got delivered today, and thank fucking God. I was on a work call, whatever, we were talking about stuff, went a little over lunch. As soon as I got off that, I'm like, let me go drag this in. I don't have an overhang really above my front door, okay? I got a tiny little slab of a patio. It's not even a patio, it's a tiny little slab, okay? My doormat basically fits on it, and that's it, okay? And then the overhang is, that big. It's whatever. They didn't even try to sort of, wedge it up on top of that. They put it in the middle of the walkway, so I go out and I'm like, okay, now my door's open. My bird's flying loose. I'm like, you better not try to fly out the fucking door while I'm trying to drag this team lift. Fuck that. It's only me trying to drag this box in the house. It's not supposed to be that heavy. It's 50 pounds. But it's a little unwieldy in a box. When it's out of the box, you kind of lift it up. It's got little wheels and you can kind of scoot it around. It's pretty easy. You know what I mean? But that box was fucking heavy. So I'm trying to drag this box that has no grippy parts. Because they taped that motherfucker well, okay? They taped it well. Trying to drag that, at least to get up into, so I could just shove it in the house. Literally, and I'm like, okay, well, you know what? Let me open it because one end of the box looked a little, wet. And I was like, ugh! It was only the outside because, the box is super thick and then the inner part wasn't wet. So I'm like, okay, good. The treadmill's fine, right? So I open it. I'm like, but no sooner did I get in the house, go get set. I'm going to open it 5 minutes. Downpouring rain. I'm like, what's a good thing I fucking went out and did it when I got it when I did? Jesus. Because, even if I had a patio, they were just like, just shove it in the street. What the fuck, FedEx? Jesus. I understand it's heavy, but, did you think that maybe the person you were delivering it to would also have a problem? I know they ain't got time to be like, let me ring on your doorbell and, ask if you need help. But I've had delivery drivers do that when it's something heavy. They'll be like, do you need help bringing this in? It's probably when I lived in my apartment and they had to walk up 2 flights of steps and they're like, do you need help bringing this in? Because I just had to walk up the motherfucking steps and that was bullshit. So, you know what I mean? You're like, nah, I got it. But this, I'm like, you could have at least propped it up on my little stone slab that acts as a patio, because it would have been a little bit easier to cantilever it into my house than having to walk 20 feet away from my house to drag it up the fucking sidewalk. You know what I mean? What the hell? Anyway, so, okay, I'm getting a little pop-ups right now. Also, my graphics card is updating in the background, so hopefully that doesn't fuck up action. But anyway, fun day. I'm exhausted because I'm like, and then I had to unpack it all, and then I had to try to fight they packed that thing in there so well. Every bit of fucking piece of styrofoam that was wrapped around it was taped to the bot, and I was like, Jesus! I mean, good, because it's it's not going to jiggle around in there was no way that was jiggling in the box. Okay, so props. But anyway, so I'm exhausted because that was a lot to try to. I haven't turned it on. I'm like, it's there. Okay, never going to use. No, I'm just kidding. I even got a little stand-up desk that I got yesterday. I put it together, and I'm like, so now I can actually, because I wouldn't be able to use my computer at my work desk because my desk is my great-grandfather. So that thing's over 100 years old. You know what I mean? So is not a sit-standy desk. They didn't make shit like that then. In fact, the chair is so fucking... It's literally just wood. It's the hardest fucking chair imaginable. It's not too bad, but still not cushy. But like, so I'm like, I just got, instead of like a little stand or something, I was like, I'll just put a box and put my laptop on it if I want to use it. And I'm like, no, you know what? I'm going to buy myself, because the little walking pad was on sale. I'm like, I'm going to buy myself a little standy desk. And then if I want to, I can just take the little mat that my walking pad is on, drag it to face the TV, put my desk there, and I can have my phone sitting on it or whatever. And because it doesn't have arms like a normal treadmill, then I have something to balance on because I will fall off it, you know? Anyway, so fun times with Spacey. So that's why I can't catch my breath. Also, I'm talking now. But anyway. Oh, that's right. The autograph. Yeah, that too. Even though Tetsunojo said all that to me, I would still feel bad to ask the others for such a personal favor. What if he was at that grocery store? I'm sure that's what I was thinking. And now I was trying to think of a reason to contact him again. I really don't know when to give up. Yeah, especially like when he basically... This is not like, no, I'll get through to him. It's, no, you're like fawning over him and now you're going to become a stalker. Girl, don't be like that. I like that they're making her like that, though. She's a little like, you know what? Maybe I'll just go accidentally run into him on purpose. Like, girl, you're acting a little cray-cray. I kind of like it. We're always the dainty little wallflower Mary Sues, and the boys are always the crazy stalker ones, and now we're being a little crazy. Kind of dig it a little. Don't actually do that shit, but you know, I can respect it in the game. I'm so fed up with myself. I'm sorry to text you with a favor, but could I get an autograph for my friend? Oshichi is a really big fan. You can mail it if you don't want to have to see me again. Or if you're open to it, I can go pick it up. Okay, that was too many messages. You could have just sent one. Oshichi is a really big fan of yours and wants an autograph. I don't want to have to ask you, but, you know, I didn't want to say anything to her. I mean, you know, you kind of explain yourself, I guess, a little bit. Like, message, just one big long block. You know, like, Oshichi's a really big fan and wants an autograph. I didn't tell her anything that happened because I didn't want her to think poorly of you. You know, like, I'm the noble person here, you dick. Either way, it's all going to sound crazy. I really don't know when to give up. I wonder if he'll ignore it. I hope he gives me a reply. I put my phone on my desk and took out what I got from the grocery store. Or you could have just been like, Oshichi's a really big fan and wants an autograph. If you want, you can just drop it off at the cafe for her. You know, whatever. I'm sure she'd love that. Because then he doesn't have to have any contact with you. He gives Oshichi the autograph. You know what I mean? But he knows he's in love with us as much as we are with him. But in reality, it wouldn't be the case, so. Chief! Are you going to be cooking there, meow? I wouldn't call it cooking, but I wanted to try making matcha tea. Matcha? I love matcha, meow. I've had some with King Enma many times, meow. You can't play the game. It's not for you. It's too young. You're baby. Choose baby bird. I know. You're not baby bird. Baby bird was our old bird. Before tiny bird. Yeah. Yes, baby bird died. And then you killed tiny bird. You're a bird killer. I'm kidding. You didn't do it. Baby bird was very old. Although she was only 11 and you're 10. But parakeets don't live that long. And you know what? I mean, technically, I guess they can live to be like 17. But like, she lived her whole life. She had a very long, happy life. Even though she didn't like coming out of her cage. She was not a very good flyer. She used to fall. She used to just like fall out of her cage and fly wildly and then fall behind things. And then you'd have to go do bird rescue. You'd have to stay wherever she was and chirp to me and be like, she's over here, mommy. She's hiding in this corner. She fell back here. Yeah. She wasn't very good at flying. She was a very scaredy bird. But she was happy and she loved you so much. Yes, she did. I know, you're baby bird. And then Falcon, we just kept calling him Tiny Bird. But still, even though you're not the baby bird, you're still a baby bird. You're still my baby. Yes, you are. You're my baby booger boo. Yes, you are. He's just sitting here nibbling on my finger as I pet him. And he's like trying to chew on my remote. But like, or my controller. Anyway. I'd say I'm sorry for the bird break, but like this is what we do here. You were gonna miss it when it was possibly gonna be gone. Oh, good lord. No, that's the first I've heard of that. Father makes tea too.
Lord Takamori takes care of all the preparations, meow.
One reason my Sensei Nono's work never ends has to be because of Father's selfish indulgences. Then you can have this first cup I make. I guess you can get it to work with a whisk. Whisk, whisk, whisk. Whisk, whisk, whisk. Whisk that matcha. Anyway, there were some beautiful looking bubbles, considering it was my first time. Satisfied with my work, I handed off the teacup.
Meow.
Huh?
That's quite a batch, meow.
That's a nice way of saying it. Is it bad?
No?
You can be honest. Ooh, there's thunder now.
Meow. It's not so much bad, but I think it doesn't have enough creaminess to it, meow.
I carefully took a sip.
Well, it's not like it's not drinkable, meow.
Right. I would feel bad for the hungry ghosts if we threw it out, so I'll drink it all.
By the way, why are you trying to make tea all of a sudden?
No reason. I just felt like drinking some.
Did you have a liking in particular for tea, meow?
Not really. I just wanted to try making some for a change of pace. I want to drink matcha that's good. Smooth, with the right balance between sweet and bitter. It feels as if I've fallen in love with matcha. I don't think it's the matcha, girl. Nice try, girlfriend. She's like, Actually, it might have been better if that's what I fell in love with. Yeah, okay. I was like, she ain't deluding herself. All right. Matcha wouldn't threaten to decapitate me. I mean, you never know. Become sentient.
Understood. You can pick it up at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning.
That reply alone made me happy enough to throw my phone in excitement. I really don't know when to give up.
What you doing? You snuggling into my fat? It's not nice.
Tetsunojo 6. She is the princess of hell. Oh, we got a blood bond at 58, because we've been at 50 for a couple chapters, despite the fact that we're not really doing blood bonds with him, but, like, do you think he has a mark somehow that we have to kick? Because, like, that you set that up as a theme, and I'm curious, you know? Anyway, chapter 7. Well, stage Tetsunojo-07, but whatever, you know what I mean. I have a request to all of you. Please allow me to join whoever's in charge of Jack today. No. But I made a promise to go retrieve an autograph of his.
Huh?
Oh, Shichi asked me for one. She's a fan of Jack's, after all. Then I'll go get it. I'm in charge of him today. I pressured him to do this, so I want to give my thanks to him.
Is that the apartment where you're supposed to pick it up?
Oh, is it that apartment? Okay, yeah, sorry. Right.
And then just go if you want to. If something happens, Yona can blow up the entire apartment.
Yona's like, I hope something happens. I just want to blow shit up. Please tell me you aren't actually thinking of blowing up the apartment, right? That was just Sharaku being a jerk. I wouldn't want anyone uninvolved to get injured, so we'll be sure he's the only one that gets blown up. You had me in the first half, not gonna lie. Like, I wouldn't want anyone uninvolved to get injured, so I'll just make sure he's the only one that gets blown up. So what you're saying is, you're thinking of blowing up the apartment, but only Jack's apartment, and making sure everybody... Like, but you're thinking about it, though, still. I'll be alright. I'll come back. If you don't come back in 30 minutes, I'm gonna at least break a window. 30 minutes. I'll be sure to come back. I'll be like, give me 10. We don't need to spend that much time with him.
Hi. Welcome.
I'm sorry I pushed this request on you. Give me the autograph and I'll go.
I was wondering how much you really wanted to get your head cut off.
I know I pushed this on you through a personal means of contact, so I wanted to give my gratitude and apologies for that. Thank you very much for accepting such a selfish request.
That's nothing you need to thank me for. Fan service is important after all.
See, she gets it. Fan service is important. I don't know why I'm saying it to this game. This game has given us plenty. I'm gonna need to see you with your shirt off, sir. Like, hello? Game? I'm gonna need you to get on the ball here. We've seen everybody else. No, I really am grateful, though.
Here, the autograph.
I vigorously bowed toward the autograph board he handed toward me. Actually, I have another request I'd like to ask of you. Girl, don't ask him for fucking tea.
Are you begging for your life?
Would you mind adding 2 Oshichi on there, too?
You're pretty greedy.
It's not for me. That's what Oshichi asked for. It's for an important friend. To Miss Oshichi. Jack! It's not even on his face. It's literally just a board with the signature. Okay.
Alright, how's this?
Thank you. She's such a big fan of yours, so I'm sure she'll be happy.
It feels pretty strange to sign an autograph to Yaoya.
Yaoya. Why can't I say her name?
Yaoya Oshichi.
And to be fair, I can't really say any of the names. Well, do I? We do okay. She's just a normal girl.
She's from the Edo period, if I remember right. Has she been living in hell all this time? Well, I suppose living wouldn't be the right word.
She hasn't disappeared because she's wanted to meet her lover, who was the reason she burned down Edo. Just every time it comes up that she, like, burned down the Capitol, it's like, it just hits you, and it's fucking hilarious, because it's like, it's Oshichi. She's so sweet and adorable. She's like, I don't know, I burned cities. Because I love Shinosuke so much. Like, girl's crazy, I love her.
Hasn't disappeared.
Oh, right, you're human after all. You don't know the details about what happens there. And there are a lot of writings in the human realm about those who fall down to hell, suffer their tortures for trillions of years. About how sorry. But what actually happens is that most people disappear before they serve their full sentences.
Disappear? What does that mean?
Oh, he's sweating bullets right now. Interesting. Didn't you ever think it was strange? Considering how horrible the tortures in hell are said to be, that the prisoners can still be alive?
Well, now that you mention it.
They do die. Every day they die and come back to life.
What?
Hell has some special powers working within it.
I see. So that's how it works.
But every time someone dies and comes back to life, their soul wears away, and eventually they vanish.
They vanish.
It's something similar to what humans call going to heaven. After that happens, they're reborn somewhere else.
And then, how long have you been alive? What sort of sin did you commit when you were alive?
Goemon
Ishikawa was a great thief. Your friend Oshichi set fire to a city. So what great sin did you commit?
I forgot shit. Who knows? Well, I'm not trying to hide this, alright? It's not an excuse to run away from your question. I don't have any memories of my past.
Huh. So you have amnesia. Why didn't you tell me that sooner?
You know, that's a good point. There's always someone that ends up with amnesia, gets it or has it or something, you know, and it just kind of flew like right past me that we are the ones with amnesia. Well, yeah, it's not like amnesia memories where the whole point is amnesia. It's like, yes, but it's like, that is the point. Like, she doesn't remember who she is, but it's like, was like, wee, anyway, like, just ignored it. Always somebody got to get amnesia. I prefer it when it starts out like this than when it's like in the middle of the route and we're totally in love and then he gets bonked on the head and then it somehow forgets you and you're like, the hell is this? No! Do better. We know what games I'm talking about. Anyway. When it starts off like this, at least, you know. And honestly, in this one, it's like, yeah, okay. She died and forgot everything. Okay. Makes sense. Sure. I believe it. Not mad about it. She just kind of was like, okay. Kind of forgot that, like, yeah, no, actually, duh. She goes in the someone's got amnesia. It's such a trope. Is Jack gonna be our brother? Because, like, you know, someone's got to be our brother, right? Wait, it really isn't anything so serious. People like me appear in hell on occasion.
But still,
Wait, did I read? Hold on. I don't think I read that.
huh, so you have amnesia. Why didn't you tell me that sooner?
Anyway, I don't know if I read that, but anyway. So, it was there. You saw it. Maybe. Depending on their death, there are cases when someone's memories from their life aren't transferred well into the Johari mirror. Oh, the Johari mirror is the special mirror that shows King M the acts of someone in their life.
Right, I've heard of that before.
So with that said, I have no idea when I did die, but I've lived a happy life as King Enma's daughter. He's fallen silent. Maybe that was a bit too heavy for a human to hear. Yeah, he looks a little forlorn, and I don't know if that's because he's like, oh, I feel bad for using you because you don't have any memory, so, whatever. Or, man, I feel bad for me because I totally picked the wrong person to use. Not really sure. I feel sorry about something, though.
Now that I think of it, you never really did talk much about yourself.
Really?
There are a few things I know about you, but there have been so few things that I've heard from you directly. Even now it feels like we know each other, yet we don't.
That's true. Then tell me more. More about you. I could never say that.
I'm making tea again right now. Do you want to have some before you go?
Oh, you want me to stay. Yeah. I thought when she had a question before, she's like, I have one request. And it's like, ooh, girl. Don't ask for tea. But no, she doesn't have to. He offered. Hi. Oh. I checked the time on my phone without even thinking. I have to get going soon. You're not going to cut my head off. I feel like you're not going to cut my head off is the right answer because that's the, I'm willing to stay. The I have to get going soon is like, I don't want to be here. You know what I mean? Oh no, it's I have to get going soon. Okay, I don't know how to romance check. What is this person saying? After mocking me about how I was a fool and threatening to cut my head off, now he's asking if I want tea? Yeah, because he kind of has a thing for you. Well, I actually have to get going soon. If I don't get back within 30 minutes, your window might be blown apart.
Huh?
You're our enemy, after all.
Right.
Oh, he looks a little sad about that. He's like, oh, yeah, I mean, I guess I am. Oh. The mood is so strange. The tips of my fingers feel hot, and I feel tingly all over. And it's not even as if he's touching me.
But I didn't really think that you were that foolish of a woman. You followed my every word after a bit of flattery.
Yeah, well, it's that awesome accent of yours. My exceptional voice acting skills. After he said that, the other night... Thank you very much for the autograph. I'll be going to hand this off now. And it's unfortunate I couldn't drink it, but the tea you make, I like it. I bowed my head, and as I began to leave...
Wait! In exchange for that autograph, tell me something about you before you go.
Well, look at you getting all desperate. Also, what I was thinking, we haven't had a CG of him in a long fucking time. When are they coming? Do you not have any, sir? We've had, 2. Do we feel like we've been, it's been a while since we've had one. Am I crazy? I might be. Because, to be fair, there was a big break where I didn't record for a while,
Just anything about you.
Look at you blushing a little, being awkward. I'm not sure what to say. I had a thought from his question that this was what it meant to be a transient. I didn't know how to talk about myself. Not about Father or Shichi, not Tama nor Goemon and the others. Something about me. Oh, I like sweet mochi, I think.
Sweet mochi.
Good day! That was absolutely the best! I like sweet mochi, I think. Sweet mochi, okay, bye! And then just walks out. There was not even yeah, I feel like I liked it probably in my past life, but anyway, there wasn't a little description, not a brief little conversation about it. You know, that's what I expected. I expected a few lines about it, like another couple minute conversation, but nope, she was like, okay, bye. Yona, I'm back. Welcome back. I'm glad you're okay. I bet you are, you sweet little thing. I love you. Look, I was able to get that autograph. I'll be going on my way to Oshichi now. Will you be watching him all day today? Yeah, I think so. If anything happens, I'll let you know. All right, thank you. Don't hurt him, but also don't get yourself hurt because I love you. It really is Jack's signature! And it even says my name on it! Be sure to decorate your living quarters in the burning hell with this. Of course! I'll get a frame for this on my way back today. I'll put some cute decorations on it and hang it up. Hachan, thank you so much! We would do anything for you, Oshichi. Even talk to Jack, who threatened to kill me. We're also in love with him, so it's the perfect excuse, but we'd still do it even if we hated him, because we love you. You are our best girlfriend. It was my pleasure. Oh, I'm so happy. You know, I love the lyrics Jack writes. A lot of them are about one-sided romances. I haven't been able to see Shinosuke all this time, right? I'm not the only one who's lonely. I'm not the only one who's sad. That's how they make me feel. Oh, stop it. She says it with such a happy little look on her face. Just a happy little glint in her voice. I mean, that's the way I read it, but I just assume it's fucking Oshichi and she's always fucking happy. But, like, you're just so in pain inside because you can't find Shinosuke and I just want you to find him. I will be so mad at the writers if she does not find her man, okay? I'm just saying. Oh, okay. I will add a little caveat to that I won't be mad if she, like, decides to let Shinosuke go because we can't find him and then falls in love with Ichise. You know what I mean? And then is like, moves on, but like finds happiness. I just want her to find happiness. Whether it's with Shinosuke or someone new. Okay? I just want this girl to be happy because like she's so fucking in love and like she burned the capital down. Girl, she needs to constructively wonderful. She would just shower someone with affection. Fiery affection. Okay, like literal fire. But, you know, which could be clingy and weird, but you know, maybe Ichise would be into it, and that could work. You know, I'm just saying. She's got a lot of love to give. Girl deserves to give it, okay? That's all I'm saying. And she should be happy. She's like happy, but she's like hurting inside, and I just want her to be fully fucking healed. I want to put a Band-Aid over that, okay? Like, come on. You need to patch up those holes in her heart. She deserves it. I'm fighting so hard for this. Like, sometimes we get, like, girlfriends that are like, okay, I know the characters are fine, whatever. And then sometimes you get them and you're like, they're so good, I just want everything good to happen to them, and I will take down anyone who hurts them. And she's one of those people. Just saying. I'm terrible for saying that, aren't I? That's not true. Maybe everyone who falls in love becomes a terrible person. But even so, I still thought Oshichi was cute and innocent. That is funny, though. She's cute and innocent. I mean, she burned down a city, but, like, I don't think she was like, I'm just going to light my house on fire so I can see Shinosuke again. I don't think she intended to burn the whole city, but, like, you know, shit happened. Maybe it's going too far to say everyone becomes like this. I'm jealous of anyone who can stay sane after coming to like someone. She's literally that meme of the little girl in front of the fiery house that has a little smirk on her face, like, it's literally fucking Oshichi, like, now I get to see Shinosuke again while the whole fucking city burns. Hey, Oshichi, there's something I wanted to ask you. What's up? When you were with Shinosuke, what kind of things did you talk about? Hachan! Finally, this day has come! I'll go make some special... Sekihan rice? Sekihan rice? Anyway, to celebrate when I get back to my quarters! Your partner's Jack, isn't it? You don't know what to do with him, right? Well, I mean, my partner is not Jack. I really don't know what to do with him because, like, he's problematic. No, I'm just asking because I'm curious. You're so not honest with yourself. But you did give me the autograph, so I'll tell you. Yeah, that face right there. Right there. I swear to fucking God, I need to, like, just there's something in the back of my mind that needs to just edit her in front, and that's absolutely. Absolutely. See if I don't post it. My brain is like, I need, like, I wonder if that's actually too devious of a face. She needs to have a happy one. Like, ah! That's the devious face of that girl in that meme. Absolutely, right? But for Oshichi, it would just be this happy, beaming face, like so proud of herself, because now she can see Shinosuke again. Oh, dear God. I can't unsee it in my brain. You're welcome. It's a gift that I just gave you. A lot of my talks with Shinosuke were about the Buddha. The Buddha? Yeah, because Shinosuke was a temple attendant. Oh, that's right. We copied sutras together, polished the statues, and listened to the exalted stories of the Buddha. Are those considered dates? In Oshichi's mind, but not by normal people's standards. What about Shinosuke made you attracted to him? How sincere he was! My family worked in trade, so there were a lot of really assertive men who came through their business. I was just hit so hard by how calm, kind, and earnest Shinosuke was. I see. Calm, kind, and earnest. You know who fits that description? Ichise. Am I just reading into it? I feel like he does. I think all the things you liked about Shinosuke you could find in Ichise. Okay? I want to visit a shrine again with Shinosuke. Yeah, maybe it's this look would be the better one. Like, I can see him again. I don't know. Copying scriptures and praying to the Buddha. Yeah, that's not a normal date, girl. Don't get it twisted. Those dates seem very pious, so I don't think it really helps me. Yeah, that's a nice way of being like, those seem insane. No thanks. Yay, and then we can go to church together. Oh, God, no.
Oh, it's that lady!
Oh, you're Ryoma. Are you alone?
Yeah, I'm coming back from cram school.
Is your home nearby?
Yep, it's on the 10th floor of that white-colored apartment you can see over there. You can see the hell tree really well from it.
Oh, that's nice. Good evening, Ryoma, Miss Enma. See, and then Ichise keeps fucking showing up right after we talk. I'm just saying. Oshichise. Do you see how well their names? That's their combined name. That's their ship name. Ochise. Oshichise. That's hard to say. Oshichise. Do you see how it works so fucking perfectly together? Do you fucking see? Tell me it's like, just let them meet and fall in love. I am shipping side characters so much harder, and I'm more invested in their romance than I am with Jack. And don't get me wrong, it's not because I don't like Jack. Like, you know, the man wears glasses and has heterochromia. Hi. Like, I would always fawn over the heterochromia boy if we ever had them in games. We generally don't, but he's got glasses on top of that. And a fun hat. Okay, I'm all about the flair. Listen. You know, I would still say I might like Yona better for some bizarre reason. I'm not usually the himbo character, but like, goddamn, I love that freckled-faced little ass. And Goemon's kind of precious, even though we haven't gotten to his route, and you know, like, he's probably Canon Boy, and like, but I mean, Canon Boy in this case is good. But I still love Jack, okay? Like, this is not like, okay, I liked Kikinosuke. His route was really good, but he's not my type, because he's too adorable and cutesy. So, like, spacey me would be like, I like the route and I can enjoy it for what it is, but he's not my type, so like, I would be, okay, the character and Kikinosuke, right? I could understand if I was in a route like that where I'm shipping the side characters harder because I'm not invested personally as a mostly self-inserter in the romance that I'm playing, you know? Because it's just not my thing. But, like, I'm interested in Jack, and yet I'm still shipping these two harder. But we also don't spend a lot of time with Jack anymore. And Oshichi deserves to be happy, so... And they're just shoving it in our face that we keep saying we keep seeing Oshichi talking about Shinosuke and Jack's trying to help her find. And then there's Ichise right here. And it's like, I know, you're just setting it up too much. You're setting me up too much to want to see them together, you know? Anyway. We already read that. Okay.
Oh, it's the red spinner!
Good evening. What a coincidence seeing you here. I was patrolling around Asakusa and saw you two here.
Red Spinner, can I get your autograph?
Kicks him in the face. No! I'm just kidding. Of course, you're a really important friend of mine after all. And he's so fucking adorable. Okay, he's creepy. Don't get me wrong. There's something unnerving about the way he looks at me with his slightly crossed eyes and his too big smile. Don't get me wrong. But everything that comes out of his mouth is wholesome and sweet, so I'm fine shipping him with my friend. Ryoma stood there with his eyes wide open as he replied. It was so adorable watching him frozen in his joy.
Red Spinner? If you have some time, teach me how to become a hero. I want to talk to you more, Red Spinner.
But it's almost time for you to go back home, right?
I still have an hour until Mommy gets back from work.
Ryoma says his home is that apartment over there. And then, how about we talk for a bit? Like, why don't you walk him home?
So I was thinking of making some special moves for when I become a hero.
Nice. What kind of moves?
I haven't thought that far, but I definitely want something that's cool. And I'll use it to fight evil with you.
Yeah, I'm excited for the day when you become a hero, Ryoma.
Do you transform, lady? Don't you fight against bad guys?
Unfortunately, I can't do that.
Aren't you on the Red Spinner side?
We're like, no, he's evil according to me. No, he works for people I'm trying to drag back down to hell. Probably not something you tell a child. It was such an innocent question. I knew what it was he wanted to say. He wanted me to be on the Red Spinner side. Well, I mean, yeah, because that's literally what he asked. What do I do? He's just a child. I don't want to make him sad. But I just couldn't tell him we were on the same side. I'm trying to recruit her into joining us right now.
Oh, I see. Then you should join us, lady. The three of us would be able to win against any enemy.
Well, except for the fact that he's on the side of my enemies, so makes it difficult. I'm really terrible at being flexible. I know at least just for now I could just tell a tiny little lie. But then I would be deceiving this child. I have other work I have to do. And Chise's lips tightened a bit. But this is all I can say.
Then, what kind of work do you have to do? Aren't you in high school?
That's right. I was wearing a high school girl's uniform the other day. Ryoma, do you know of the great Enma?
Of course I do. He pulls out your tongue if you tell a lie, right?
Well, I was given a task by the great Enma. And I'm finding people who tell lies.
What?
Stares the child down. So make sure you don't tell any lies.
Oh, I see. You're from hell, then.
Am I scary?
No, they were scary to me before, but you're nice. But would I become a liar if I couldn't become a hero?
No, you wouldn't, but I'd still like it if you tried to be one. The moment I replied, Ichise, is something wrong? You're shaking so much. I wonder what's up. Maybe I've come down with a cold. That's pathetic for a hero. You better not have threads. I'm not having to kiss you, man. It's weird.
Really? You gotta fix it fast then. Get better soon.
Yeah, you're right. He's shaking even more. Are you sure you're all right? Should I call an ambulance? I'm sorry to make you worry. This is just an after effect from my accident. Don't worry. My back shivered from his smile. Yeah, it's unnerving. I get it. Something really isn't right. Could it be... Ryoma, I think it's time we end our chat. I'll take you home.
Huh? Just a little longer.
Yeah, you should get home soon. A bad kid who plays around all the time can't become a hero.
Okay.
Also, Ichise's not feeling well. Let's go, Ryoma. I grabbed his little hand, and just as I was about to run off... Where do you think you're taking that child? He grabbed me hard by the shoulder, making my bones grind against each other. Oh, look, he looks so mad. Oh, something's overtaking him. Yeah, interesting, okay.
So, you're a pawn of evil, I see. Ichise? You're an evildoer who's trying to get in my way. Evildoers must be punished.
Red Spinner, what are you talking about?
Red Spinner, you're mistaken. Oh, did you... Oh. As I watched him, Ichise's face twisted into something uncanny. Yeah, there was just a moment where, like, two faces were almost overlaid, because I read and then they glanced up, and it was really creepy. As if trying to hide his face, he knelt to the ground and hung his head down. I'd be like, Ryoma, go home. I'll take care of him. That's right. I'm... Oh! I'm a snake. Look, he is like evil. And see, he looks disturbing and creepy as fuck now. Great.
Whoa!
Ryoma, run! I tried to stop him, but then...
Stop! Don't bully her!
He jumped in between us and my hand froze just as it was about to swing down my whip. Ryoma, what are you doing? Run!
No, I'm going to become a hero, so I'm going to save you!
I'd be like, right now you're a child.
You're a fake red...
Oh, you're a fake Red Spinner! You liar! You tricked me and her!
I'm the real thing. This is Ichise Tatsumi's true nature.
What are you saying? Please, come back to your senses! In any case, I have to protect Ryoma no matter what. I don't have a desire that allows me to wield a sword or a gun. Alone, I'm not fit for fighting. But right now I have to win. I don't want to be only all talk and not be able to fight like everyone else. Now isn't the time to worry about hurting humans. I'm sure Father would forgive me for this. I tied his leg in my whip and his body lurched over. I don't think he has any weapons. If I can just restrain the rest of his body...
This can't stop me.
Oh dear! I couldn't believe my eyes. Yeah, that's a... I mean, it's not really a CG because that shouldn't count, but it's maybe, I guess. Because it's a thing. It's something. His body warped, growing flimsy and thin, leaving my whip to simply fall to the ground. Is this part of Shinobikni's power too? I can't believe my whip isn't of any use.
Come join our side, princess. Let's all do good together. All right.
See, now that makes me think that it's not Shinobikni's power, that it's Jack, because, like, he's the one that... Well, no, actually, Ichise's the one that called us princess. Never mind. He was the one that called us princess to begin with and started the whole thing. But I still don't... Well, actually, you know what? Maybe it is Shinobikni's power, because she has the power to manipulate blood, right? And she can control people. So, before it seemed like maybe it wasn't. Maybe Jack had some kind of power, you know... But with the way she was able to control, like, remember that one girl's boyfriend in, was it Chartercruise Route? I think it was. You know, like, control him, that this seems a little bit more like her power then. So, okay, well, we'll see. I couldn't believe my eyes yet again. His tongue split in two and it wriggled just like a snake's. Ew. Ryoma, we have to run!
No, you don't. This child's already on our side.
Ichise picked up the small child's body with ease.
Whoa!
Ryoma! Ichise, let go of that child!
Why are you always trying to get in my way?
Always?
Save me, please!
Why are you trying to run away? Do you mean to betray me? Such a bad little kid. Deserves to get torn apart.
I feel really bad for Ichise, because, like, when he comes out of this, with whatever possession he's under, that poor kid's gonna hate him. Stop! Somebody just came, because there was some kind of swishy thing, and it wasn't us. I didn't know what just happened.
As Ichise cried out, Ryoma was tossed into the air and... You have nothing more to fret, young one. The one who caught him and gently held him was one of those who was supposed to be the enemy, Sanzaburo. That is... Maybe Sanzaburo's like, we don't hurt kids. I'm not cool with that. That was the back of my sword. I didn't cut it off, but I would say you won't be able to use that arm until the end of tomorrow. You're... That's quite enough, Ichise. Okuni? I sympathize with you, but you mustn't bring any harm to an innocent child. He's safe? But then, does this mean they're fighting amongst themselves? But what's more pathetic is you. She shot a stern, I think it's supposed to be a stern glare or glance, in my direction, causing me to turn back to see... Tetsunojo? Oh! I thought she was saying, like, what's more pathetic is you, and I was like, me? What the fuck? I didn't do any... I mean, that's probably because I didn't do anything. Oh, I wonder... Now I'm wondering if he was controlling Ichise. Hey there, Tetsunojo. My body isn't as clean as yours, and I haven't walked a life that lets me cast judgment on others, claiming who's right or wrong. However, there's one thing I can't forgive, and that's to lie to your own self. And on top of all that, you exposed the woman you pined for to danger? I can no longer think of you as an acquaintance of mine. You're not even an acquaintance. Oh, downgraded. It's not even a friend. You're not even an acquaintance. Damn. Huh? Considering that, allow me to guide you to your path to the afterlife. Okuni? I simply stood there speechless, hearing the unbelievable remarks coming from her. So it sounds like Tetsunojak was controlling Ichise, so not Shinobikuni. Interesting. Tonight, let's use my blade to paint this place with your blood. Look at her. Look at this seat. Look at this sprite of hers. Damn, girl, we've never seen you like this. I like it. Okuni, what are you doing? Please stop. Daughter of Enma, I'm not going back on my word. I'm not cutting down one of your subordinates. True. Izumo no Okuni, assigned to the crushing hell. As you dance, fall down to hell. Die, Tetsunojo! Okuni, stop! Something warm spattered onto my cheeks, hair, and fingers. It really looked like he was dancing. His body convulsed with each swipe of Okuni's blades. This is intense. I was not expecting this. Choking. No! His clothes were black. At first I thought he might not even have been injured, but then... An immense amount of blood spilled out of his mouth, staining his neck red. She's gonna drag him back to that motherfucking onsen. No. Fresh blood flowed down his fingers like threads. His thin body slowly collapsed to the ground. Yeah, but he can't die. Well, actually, maybe if he's brutally murdered like this, he can. He's just not gonna, like, you know. Spicy. Tetsunojo! I ran toward him when something suddenly made me faint. What is this sweet scent? It was an encapsulating, elegant aroma. No. Before I realized it, the scent was already deep within my nose. Did somebody just chloroform me? Daughter of Enma, it's time for you to take a quick nap. Please don't worry. We'll be sure to take the child to his home. What are you two saying? But my body was numb. I couldn't move. Tetsunojo. Because they're stopping me from helping him. Oh, we getting some blood threads now.
Hey, miss, do you think if I offer this dongo to the great Enma, he'll really make my wish come true?
That's what the legends say. They say the great Enma loves his Dongo.
But there are so many people making offerings to him every day, yet you still don't hear about people's wishes coming true.
I'm assuming the boy is supposed to be Tetsunojo, but like, whatever.
And the Dongos still go missing at some point, right? I'm sure some stray cats are just eating them.
Don't say that. I'm sure people just aren't being devout enough.
Did you know? My older brother goes and makes offering of Dongo every single day, but he'll never tell me what it is he's wishing for.
Everyone's like that. It won't come true if you tell someone.
What? You should have told me earlier.
By the way, you've heard how there have been thieves appearing in the capital and in Sakai, right? I wonder if this area will be safe.
What? Well, I'm sure we'll be all right. There are only poor people around here.
You think one of those thieves was Goemon and that's why fucking Tetsunojo hates Goemon so much? That's true, but still, just be careful. There are people like me who might be attacked on the mountain trails. Mountains? Ah! Spacey! What? It's all right. Calm down. You're safe here. Goemon? That's right. It's me. Remember? Where? I timidly looked around me to find myself in my room. Tama was curled up into a ball in his cat tower, gazing at me with wide eyes.
Oh, Chief!
This isn't a dream, right? Don't worry, it's all real. Then kiss me, goddammit. No, I'm just kidding. It's not your route, sweetie. Hold it. Then, what about him? Is he all right? Where is he? Are you talking about Jack? Yes, he was stabbed and cut right in front of me. Without speaking, Goemon took out his phone. There was a breaking news story playing on it which explained he's dead. Famous singer-songwriter Jack stabbed. Jack stabbed with a bladed weapon. Famous singer-songwriter Jack has been stabbed by an unknown person. The production studio he belonged to, the Raijo Star Corporation, announced he is undergoing surgery at a hospital within the city. With absolutely no information on the suspect who attacked Jack, anxiety grows amongst his fans. Okay, so he's not dead yet. Today at around 7 in the evening, artist Jack was found stabbed. Currently, there's no other information on the situation other than from his agency that he's undergoing surgery at a local hospital. Okay, I could have just read what the announcer said, but there was a thing behind me, so I figured I'd read it. There has been absolutely no information about who had attacked Jack, with fears growing within the neighborhood. A hospital. I saw a flash of bright red blood in my eyes again. I wanted to scream again, but held it down. And the news everywhere has been all about this all night. It seems like he's alive at least. He is? My eyes grew hot, but now wasn't the time to be crying. I'm so glad he's alive. I was just so powerless. He fell while I wasn't able to move an inch. It would have been kind of funny if they were like, we chucked him in the onsen. And they were like, what? Because then we would, just the reckoning. Could you just imagine the reckoning that would have happened with like Jack waking up in our house in the onsen and with everybody surrounding him like, yeah, once he wakes up from this onsen, we're going to fucking kill him. Every single one of them talking about how they're going to like stab him and like make it worse. And then we'll just throw him back. Wait, I wanted to be the one to kill him. Well, I'll kill him and throw him in the onsen. And then you get to do it. And we'll just keep doing it till we're all tired. You know what I mean? They're all just like talking about how they're going to fucking like brutally injure him and just keep chucking him back in the onsen. And everybody can have their turn. And then Jack's like awake walking at this like, and we're like, no, guys, stop. But at the same time, I get a turn, right? Can I whip him a little? Okay, cool. All right, cool. You know what I mean? Just because she's being too soft. The man threatened to kill her. So I feel like she should get a couple whips in. You know what I'm saying? You know, maybe let him rough him up a little bit. Just the tension of everybody threatening him and we're trying to hold him back. And like Jack's like, oh, these guys are going to kill me. It would be great. I don't know. I just feel like it'd be kind of fun. That could have been a way to go. It could have been fun. You know? Because our man harem is never going to accept him unless we shove him in there and force them to accept him. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. So does that mean the one who attacked you wasn't Jack? I quickly looked away from him. I still didn't believe it. I couldn't. The one who carried you here was Okuni, right?
What?
And there was the smell of some drug coming off your hair. It's a mix of a sleeping agent and numbing agent mixed together. It's something I taught her as a way to protect herself.
You taught her that? Jesus Christ, Goemon, what the fuck? That's right, those two knew each other from when they were alive.
To think she'd go through the trouble to use that on you. Actually, she might have used it intentionally on you.
She absolutely did.
I wouldn't know why. Kikinosuke noticed someone was around, and when we opened the door, you were sleeping in front of the door. And Jack was attacked, so what you were involved in has to do with him, right? If something's happened, tell us. Depending on what, I won't hold back.
So sweet, adorable. This isn't your route. Stop being romantic. Wait, no, stop! I'll tell you everything, so just listen.
The one who stabbed Jack was Okuni? And they got into a fight right in front of you?
It all happened just like I said. Honestly, I'm not even sure what it all meant. It was all so unexpected.
I wonder if that kid's alright. And there hasn't been any news about any missing persons. If she was able to bring Our Lady here, I'm sure he's safe too.
But that kid saw something he really shouldn't have.
Right.
I feel responsible about Jack too. Sorry. Seems like that apartment we've been watching has a few secret entrances to it. Should have expected as much from a celebrity. If only I'd have noticed earlier.
That's true. It's like, how the hell did he get past you? Explains it.
And this isn't your fault, but listening to her story, it seems like Ichise Tatsumi's way more bad news than Jack. How about we kidnap him to help bring peace to the world?
Yeah, I think we should.
And we still don't know where he lives, huh? Kikinosuke, can you track him?
From what we've heard, it sounds like Ichise was covered in Jack's blood, too. Smell the blood stays for a while, so I think I can do it.
And then Kiko and I look for Ichise. Could you get us more information on Jack, Sharaku? I think you'd be good at sneaking into a hospital. And that works. And Jack's at the hospital near Kotsugahara. It's the biggest one around, and he wouldn't be taken outside of the ward.
Wow, I can read.
Roger that.
I'll head to Okuni after I talk with Our Lady for a little while more.
Got it. I'll be off then.
See y'all later.
Don't die out there, Lord Taro.
I wouldn't be that careless.
After the others left, Goemon let out a small sigh.
My lady, tell me all of that again in a bit more detail. In particular about how Ichise Tatsumi started going crazy.
Well, I'm not sure if I can. It all happened so suddenly.
Was he completely the same as normal when you first met today?
As far as I could tell, at the very least.
He started talking about what it meant to be a hero with that kid, and he just transformed out of nowhere.
I think so. Oh, I'm sorry, there was one thing that I noticed that he mentioned. Ichise said that I'm always trying to get in his way.
Always?
I'd have to guess I've been doing something to make him say that.
How did the conversation go?
Ryoma was talking about how he wanted me and the red spinner to be on the same side. But I couldn't lie, and I told him I have other work to do. And he started acting strange after I talked about how I was from hell, I think.
Other work?
He thought in silence for a while and then lifted his head up.
No, it couldn't be.
What is it?
You told him off before at the Corporate Slaves Cafe the other day, right? How you wouldn't join his side?
Huh? Right.
Your duty is to capture the escapees. But if they all vanish, what does he become?
Huh?
He isn't a prisoner, he's a human. I'm sure his desire isn't something that comes from himself, and it's just something he's borrowing.
Wait, could it be... If the prisoners are all captured and returned to hell, he won't be able to be the red spinner anymore?
That seems like a likely possibility.
Okay. But still, Okuni was disappointed and angry at Jack, right? And said,
You allowed the woman you love to be she was blaming Jack for what happened to Ichise. So that's interesting. Oh, whoops. Of course, and this is only speculation, but we don't know how that desire works behind the scenes. He might have some compatibility issues or side effects, for example. However, listening to what you've told me so far, it feels like there's some sort of trigger to his reaction. Why are you always trying to get in my way?
Right. I might be the one who's making him feel pressured and suffering for it.
Sorry, I think I put it the wrong way. You always tend to make things your fault right away, after all.
Well, that's rude. I feel I've matured a bit. That wasn't me trying to just beat myself up. It was already too late by the time I realized what was happening. Goemon had already seen the tears welled up in my eyes.
What are those tears for?
Frustration, how pathetic I am. Anger, maybe. He said he was saved. I'm sure that's what anyone would think too. But is this how this miracle ends up? If I'm not wrong, Ichise would want to destroy me in order to continue being a real hero. How is it that something can be so sad? I was worried after seeing Ichise, but I couldn't hate him. When he was talking with Ryoma at Hell Mansion, he really seemed so happy and like he was enjoying himself. But he's who he is now because of that woman's miracle. I hope what I'm imagining is wrong. I know Ichise's our enemy, but I never imagined this would happen. Maybe I really should have just forced him to quit being a hero before I backed him so far into a corner.
Crying for that reason is really like you.
Feeling that he was going to tell me I was being naive, I hurriedly wiped my eyes.
I'm glad you were our superior, Lord Princess.
What?
Of course, I know just crying won't lead to resolving anything, but still. It's not a bad thing to cry for someone else.
The tears I had just wiped away came back after hearing his remark. I finally realized in that moment how quickly I was to cry.
Alright, I'll go talk with Okuni, so you just rest.
Wait, I'm coming too!
That drug messes with your nervous system. It's possible for some numbing to remain for a few hours, so just wait here.
But then I'm
not... Go back to your room.
Okay, Dad. My body stiffened at how unyielding he sounded.
Until now, no one from their side had ever come to specifically come after any of us. But now it's not impossible for Ichise Tatsumi to come and attack you again. I just want you to... We want you to be unharmed, Lord Princess.
Oh my god, stop it! This is not your route! It's like, I don't want you to be hurt! Stop being kind of romantic in this! You are like, kind of showing your romance. Stop it, put it away. Goemon turned to leave the room. Then, when he turned back to me,
I have one thing to tell you. When I had to look when I changed your clothes... Remember you told us how you'd end us if even if us laid a single... how you'd end us if even a single finger of ours touched your underwear? And this was an emergency. Forgive me. I just couldn't bear the smell of blood coming off your skin.
Thank you. It's all right. I'm sorry to make you go through the trouble.
And just play with little Tama. Later.
Like, it's kind of adorable and sweet. Wait, Goemon! The moment I tried to run off, a strange numbing sensation ran through my legs. And then he's gone. Be careful. And this is where we wrap it up, wrap it up, wrap it up. This is where we wrap it up. So, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.